Hi, my name is John, and this is Monday Checklist. And today's episode, we'll be talking about the box office review or receipts in the past week or so. So let's get started. Anyway, according to the numbers.com website, the recent release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever has hit the movie theaters, and I haven't seen it, and I don't plan on watching it based on the review and the trailers that I've seen. But despite that, it's doing really well in the box office. Obviously, let's look at the data here. According to the weekend domestic chart in the United States, it has already reached a total gross of $287 million here, which is, not bad for 2 weeks of release here. But the question you have to ask yourself, is it going to reach the heights of what Top Gun Maverick 2, which reached over $1 billion here, and will it even reach close to where Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness did earlier this year? Now, obviously, there's a slew of issues regarding the passing of Chadwick Boseman, who played the titular character of Black Panther, and how are they going to replace him? They should have replaced him to do justice on his character, but they decided not to. So, who's the Black Panther now? Was it Shuri? And how did Shuri became the Black Panther? Isn't it that there's a ritual that the best fighter would become the Black Panther? That's why T'Challa's father was the previous Panther, and T'Challa himself became the Black Panther. So how did they explain that part? And based on the review, the many viewers who were criticizing the film, what happened to all the males in Wakanda here? And they focused primarily on T'Challa's mom, her sister, and then Namor, which is Namor in the comics. They tried to change the narrative here. They could have done justice to Mr. Uh, Chad Chadwick Boseman to make the film a good successor to what of how Black Panther, the first film, did really really well. And obviously Black Panther did better than the which sad to say I watched Black Adam here. So the fight the versus between two blacks, Black Panther and Black Adam here. Now let's take a look at the overall performance in terms of worldwide here. Let's see where the film stacks up. So as you can see here, that Top Gun is still reigning supreme, which has close to $1.5 billion of box office. So it's equally distributed from both regions, from domestic as well as an international box office. Jurassic World, which was okay, I watched it. Obviously, it did much better internationally compared to domestic, which has close to 1 billion already. Doctor Strange is still number 3, close to 1 billion. What's interesting here is number 4, Minions, The Rise of Gru, which I found it interesting. I watched it with my kids. Is close to as the same level as Doctor Strange, which tells you a lot. The Minions film is more entertaining than a lot of other films. Look at Thor, where it's located now. What's interesting here that Black Panther is doing really well. It's already reached close to 600 million. So I wouldn't say it's a flop, but a flop if it doesn't, for me anyhow, if you're a Disney executive, a flop if it doesn't reach a billion even more, because there's high expectation here. And sad to say, as the data this year alone has shown from last year, you can see that all the MCU films did even reach close to a billion here. And even we're already 2 years removed from the pandemic, no MCU film has even reached $1 billion or surpassed $1 billion. And you can see here at number 10, you have Fantastic Beasts, which even is another mediocre film that even failed to reach $500 million here. Now, the Black Adam film is only at 14th place, which only generated close to 400 million. Now, that I would consider a major flop, but obviously the Black Adam character is not a A-tier list of superheroes compared to the likes of Batman as well as Superman. But what's interesting here is, obviously, if you haven't watched it, spoilers ahead, the cameo at the ending where Superman came back, wherein Mr. Henry Cavill is reprising his role, is a good acknowledgement of how important the main character is and how it's going to interact with the DCEU, or in this case how Black Adam is going to move forward in terms of its character art. The clash, similar to how Batman v Superman was supposed to be pegged, which was kind of disappointing in that part. So how they do that will be interesting. And obviously, not much is expected of Black Adam to be that really successful, but obviously, being able to do well in the box office so that they can continue the story arc here and have a solidified, narrative of how to move forward. If you have Black Adam back, you have Shazam, then you have Superman. The question is who's going to be Batman here, and a whole lot of other Justice League characters. And then you still have Jason Momoa for the Aquaman, but how about the Flash, which is been involved in controversy with Ezra Miller's of of debacle or issues on his personal issue, which we will not discuss in this video. So question is how are they going to solidify it to ensure its success moving forward, because the DC Comics films has been a slog and disappointing the very least. So any semblance of a entertaining, cohesive plan similar to how MCU from phase 1 all the way to phase 3, not necessarily phase 4, did wonders for the Marvel Cinematic Universe there as well. Anyway, so let's take a look at the weekly charts for the United States, and you can clearly see here Black Panther has surpassed Black Adam in terms of earning more than $200 million in its first week of release. On the other hand, for Black Adam, it's been in the theaters for 4 weeks and it can't even reach 200 million mark, meaning a lot of people didn't bother watching it after some time here. And obviously it's going to be saved by the international market, because obviously no not many people are familiar with the character Black Adam. So if it's an enjoyable one, which I found it okay, I mean they could do a better job of introducing some of the uh supplement characters, Smash Adams, and then they made the character Fate so weak. In the comics, Fate is a much more powerful character and has more powers than what was showcased there. Made him look like a weak superhero there, but that's another case there. And obviously, introducing more sub characters would have been interesting to solidify the superhero universe here. But obviously, the main attraction for that film is the ending of the film, which is where Superman was present in that case. So we'll see here. So stay tuned as we see what the rest of the lineup for, I think Shazam is going to be released later this year. So we'll see how that pans out, and other MCU films as well. Anyway, that's it for today. Come back again on Monday for more Monday checklist. If you enjoy these types of content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You can check out my other videos. We have business update on Wednesdays and live streams for Business Focus Live every Friday here. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.